Hello, it's Audrey from Odds and Ends, and welcome to Walk With Me Wednesday. So, this adventure takes you to the Henderson Bird Preserve. This started off originally as rainwater catchment, water pres- preservation, purification. They were holding ponds, and then as the city grew bigger, they needed better system, and they let the ponds go wild, and that attracted migrating birds. At any time, like as the sign just says, there are coyotes here, there's rattlesnakes. I've seen coyotes, I've seen foxes in the past. I've never seen a snake. There are pelicans here. There are crows and ravens and herons and oh, ducks of all kinds. Today was a bunny day, and you'll see lots of photos of bunnies. It was very chilly, and a ton of gnats on the shaded sides of the ponds. There are 7 labeled ponds, and there's 2 other ones that aren't official ponds, but since it's been rainy, there is water in there. A lot of geese, tons of ducks, tons of turtles. There are tadpoles. I don't think there's any. I guess there could be fish in here. I've never seen fish. I've just seen tadpoles, and I'm assuming they're tadpoles. There's a lot of bullfrogs. I think we spotted 1 bullfrog. In the summer, you find a lot more. So parts of the ponds are tree lined, and some are shrubs. Some are just grass. A lot of cattails. You can see Vegas in the distance there. It's springtime, so things are either just flowering now or just about to flower. And it will look completely different in 3 weeks' time. It'll be green, and you won't be able to see all these bird nests. We had a big windstorm that snapped the other day. They'll be cleaning it up. There's a lot of picnic benches. This goose did not want to get out of the way. I'm like, please don't attack us. Geese are not the friendliest birds in the world, but he was cool. Since he didn't really want to leave the pathway, I'm like, okay, are there baby geese somewhere that he's protecting? A nest, but I didn't see anything. And he didn't squawk at us, or she didn't squawk at us when we passed. So I think it was just, okay, don't bug me, I won't bug you type thing. Let's see. There are paved paths and non-paved paths, and because it's been raining a lot lately, the non-paved paths very, very, very muddy. There's 2 ponds we didn't go around this time. I'll catch them next time I come. That's where the bigger birds are, but we were wearing Crocs today, and I didn't really want to get stuck in the mud. Try to stay on most of the non-muddy paths, although you'll see the mud tracks in a minute. I tried to share giant big nests, and you don't really notice them in the summer because the leaves are in the way. Saw a lot of ravens and crows today. A lot of geese. At one point in time, I looked up and could see like 9 or 10 birds of prey, small hawks hovering over the pond, which is normal. We do have down at the lake, which is just a couple miles away, there are bald eagles. So I'm sure we could see one here at any given time. And when my last video that showed the water, I had seen pelicans there, so I was kind of disappointed I didn't see any pelicans today, but it was very chilly this morning. The only real pests I saw were the clouds and gnats, and my husband took a bunch of pictures of the ants. I'll show you one of his photos of the ants, but ants give me the heebie-jeebies, and they love to bite me, so I don't entertain photos of ants very much. A lot of trees coming into bloom. a lot of quacking ducks. Like I said, there are 7 main ponds and 2 smaller ponds that could be dry at any given time. I think I photographed about 6 of them today. And they have all different kinds of birds. You know, some birds like some of the ponds, the turtles like other ponds. The turtles like the ones with less trees and more open sun. And they just built a housing development on the back side of this piece of land. And while the path that goes around here is going to be beautiful, and I'm not saying I wouldn't take one of these houses that they just built because they'd have a great view, I'm kind of sad that they're building it up. Yeah, these are the birds of prey that are around the park. And then we have the ground, and I did film some quails in one of these videos, and there is a roadrunner that was just waddling in front of us. But the star of today was bunny rabbits. Some of them very timid. One of them just wasn't scared at all. He just sat and let us take photos and film. And then somebody else came walking behind us and spooked him. And he took off, but he was so cute, and he let us take a bazillion photos, 2 videos, and he was within a foot of us. So there's the quails. And they just about 6 feet ahead of us for the whole time. Little bunnies running down the road. You know, sometimes I come out here and I don't see a single bunny, and I get sad, but then other days, swarms of dragonflies, and I didn't see any dragonflies. I think it's not warm enough yet. I saw a mallard duck today, and in a minute you'll see this huge group of birds all sunning on an island, and I've never witnessed that one before there. Oh, there's a bullfrog. And the trees, I think it's so neat in the winter when there's no greenery on it. And this is one of the housing developments with the bike path. And really weird tree. It had something growing all over it. It's very interesting. And right under a flight path here. So planes go over quite a bit. And you can rest your camera in one of these little huts, I should say, lean-tos, and they got place for you to rest your camera to take photos. And there were a lot of people taking photos and a lot of expensive cameras. We're like, okay, I am filming this on a very old iPhone, and my husband has, you know, it's not a cheap camera, but, you know, it's not thousands and thousands of dollars like these people's. So yeah, those homes are all within the last 6 months. And I'm kind of jealous, but at the same time, I don't want them there. So, but if somebody wanted to give me one of those, I'd take it. And then, oh, here I took a video of my husband taking photos of this bunny. My husband's legs were going so numb. Let's see a few photos that he got. And I only saw cottontails today. I didn't see any jackalope today or any hares. Just the standard desert cottontail. But we saw dozens of them, but this one was the friendliest. He was just eating right in front of us. Although, now that I look at his ears, he might not have been the same as... I'll have to go look him up. He's got
He's
bigger
not afraid
ears
of
than
us
most of the
whatsoever.
other bunnies I saw today. And here is platforms that they build, and there's like 3 or 4 of them, and the crows and the ravens like these. I try to find a feather under where they all were roosting a lot, and I saw no feathers today. I have 1 crow feather in my collection. See, this is, look at all this mud. And it was worse on the other side of this pond. We're like, okay, we're not going to go that way. Yeah, lots and lots of mud. Now I do get my steps going around these ponds. Do I get my heart rate elevated? Not so much, because I always stop to talk to the animals. I mean, how can you not? See, didn't think I was walking that fast, but I guess I was. But look how many. We just got hundreds of birds on this little teeny island. They're just sitting there sunning. And the bushes were so tall I had to have the camera above my head. But yeah, they're just sitting there sunning. I have never seen this at all. Just, I mean, yes, you normally see 1 or 2, and in the summer you see them all in the water, but they're just sitting there like recharging their batteries. Like, okay, let's just rest here in the sun, and then we'll take off in a little bit. So, here's some songbirds that you can spot here. It smelled so good. It just was clean and fresh and outdoors, and I love the way it smells here after a rain. Water was a little on the green side because of all the rain. And all the cattails are pretty much dead. That giant vase that I had gotten can't talk, filled with wine corks. I was thinking about putting cattails in it, but obviously cattails are spent right now, so I'll have to wait until I don't know when they grow fresh. Obviously, I don't want them all dry and get little blown fuzzies everywhere all over the house. I want them preserved. And I can't get them from here because you have to actually sign in and sign out of the visitor centers here. It's all fenced in. I could go to the Vegas wetlands instead. This is a second deck observation and good panoramic view around. So 1, 2, 3 ponds just there. That one is dry right now, but there's 3, 4. This is the 5th. There's one on the other side of this one, 6th. One up by the front entry, 7. And then a couple more. And here you can see my roadrunner friend. He was just stop every couple feet, put his tail up, stop, we'd walk a couple more steps, and he's like, okay. And then he's posing on a rock here for us. And during the summer, this is after monsoon season, this is usually full under the bridge. There's a couple puddles right now. Usually when it's warmer, you'll walk right into spider webs. They like to stretch their webs from side to side here. And I always walk first because spiders don't bother me in the least. And my husband hates them. And I usually, make sure that I run into the web and not him. But I didn't see a single spider today. And they had giant Easter eggs hidden throughout the park. I am assuming there's going to be some kind of field trip type thing for students or Boy Scouts or something, for you to spot. And there's a bunny in here. Spot the Easter eggs. I think I saw 4 of them. I wasn't really looking for them. I'm like, oh, it's like, where's Mickey? Oh, there's an egg. There's an Easter egg. Okay, random Easter egg. You usually can find turtles in here and bullfrogs. I did see, this is where you're going to see a mallard duck in a minute. He is sitting right there, just sitting there looking like a decoy. He's just preening. And here's the observation deck from another view. That is Sam Boyd's Silver Bowl, and that used to be where UNLV played football, but now they play at the same place the Raiders play. And they have not done anything with that stadium. And it's so close to my house, and it's very depressing that they haven't reused it. It's just sitting there decaying now. And here, info sign on the marsh bills and the story behind how this place started. And here is a panoramic photo we took. And this is the brochure, and it shows what birds, there's the ponds, they're numbered. These are all the birds that have been spotted here. Thanks for watching. Bye.